God's amazing and abundant grace be with each and every one of you this morning. Welcome to worship for those here in the sanctuary, as well as those who are joining us online. Please know, whoever you are and wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here and to participate as the Spirit so moves you. For those here in the sanctuary, I encourage you to please find the pew folders. They sit on the ends of each of the pews. Sign them, pass them down to the other folks sitting with you, and pass them back. And for those who are worshiping online, please be sure to click on the Connect card and let us know that you are worshiping with us, as well as click on the link to the bulletin so that you can follow along in the liturgy and participate fully. A couple of the announcements for the good of the community. For those who are joining us online, we are going to offer a Zoom coffee time following worship. If you need the Zoom link for that, let me know. For others, anytime during the month of August that you're worshiping online, please know we're going to have that opportunity for folks to connect during the month of August as well. This week, as we turn the calendar to August, it does mark the return of several small groups. We'll be returning to Bible study. Bible study takes place on Tuesday evenings on Zoom, and Wednesday mornings hybrid. You can either join us in the Oasis Center at 11 o'clock or on Zoom. In the month of August, we're going to be focusing on relationships, our connections to one another. And so if that's a topic you would like to explore more, again, Tuesday evenings, 6:30 on Zoom, or 11 a.m. hybrid in the Oasis Center or on Zoom. You're always welcome at the Bible study table. And our Sacred Conversations on Race continues throughout the month of August, 3 p.m. on Zoom, and we continue to read the 1619 Project and discuss a chapter each week. Heartfelt thanks to Jim Crummell and to all those who participate in that holy time together. A reminder, last week I pointed out that your contribution statements were emailed or snail mailed. So if you haven't received it, either electronically or in your physical mailbox, now would be the opportunity to call the church to make sure that we do get you a contribution statement. As I said last week, it's much easier for us to correct problems mid-year than at the end of the year. So please make sure you've received a contribution statement from the church, and if not, please contact us so that we can make sure we've got our information correct for you. School does begin in 10 days here in Sarasota, and this year, again, we are supporting our neighbors across the street at Alta Vista. And I want to read this to you. It comes from our mission team. As we contemplate the phenomenon of gratitude today, your mission team would like you to think about the role of teachers in our society. We entrust our children's education, as well as much of their weekday time, to the care and safety of teachers. We all, every single one of us, can recall some of the teachers in our lives. Our favorite teachers, those that were strict or stern, compassionate teachers. They molded our thoughts and behaviors in ways we scarcely imagine. They were a constant in our young lives, and we knew we could count on them to be present, to watch over as well as watch us, and attempt to keep us in line. These are some of the many reasons we at First Congregational UCC do an annual fundraiser to help out the teachers across the street at Alta Vista. Did you know that most teachers, on average, spend $500 or more from their own pocket to supplement school supplies? It seems shocking, but it's true. School budgets never fully fund enough to cover everything a teacher needs. So in gratitude and thanksgiving for the folks who choose to teach our children, we're asking you to contribute as generously as possible to the staff of teachers at Alta Vista. Again, you can write a check to First Congregational UCC, put Alta Vista in the memo line,
and we will make sure to cut a check to them. If you didn't remember your checkbook today, don't worry, you can bring it next Sunday, and we'll turn around and get that contribution to our teachers early on this school year. Several prayers that we want to hold in our hearts today. This past week, we had the opportunity to celebrate the lives of Monica Geary and Kristen Pappenhausen. And so we continue to keep in our prayers Pauline Geary and Rick, as well as Donna Pappenhausen and all of their family and friends. Would you please pray for healing for Harold Kuhn, Karen Barber, Ed Tujarks, and Dick Miller? And so with those prayers stirring in our hearts, we center ourselves on God's presence here in this sanctuary as we worship together. study that was commissioned and conducted by the Merci Chocolate Company. The survey found out that we say thank you 2,000 times every year. That works out to 38 times this last week that you or I said thank you, merci, gracias, 5.49 times each day. Now, if you're like me, the earliest memory you have of being taught or told to say thank you came from your parents, who prompted me to thank my aunt for that itchy sweater or pair of tube socks. Seriously, socks? The Merci chocolate study also revealed that sometimes when you or I say thank you, we don't really mean it. Shocking, I know. This morning, we will dive deep into the truth that if the only prayer we ever said is thank you, it's enough. So pause with me. Ponder prayerfully a person or two for whom this morning you give thanks. When was there a moment this week that your heart was suddenly and strangely warmed in a moment of gratitude? When was that time this past week when grace caused a smile to cross your face and your soul to stir? So thank you. Thank you for being here on this last Sunday of July as we join our voices in prayer and praise